There is something profoundly different about you now, something that cannot be explained away by simple words or surface observations. You carry yourself with a quiet strength that speaks volumes to everyone around you, even to those who have never heard you utter a single word. There is an undeniable confidence radiating from within you, manifesting in the way you move through the world, in the way you hold your head high, in the way your very presence commands attention without any effort or force. You possess an aura of peace and self-assurance that draws people in, that makes them stop and take notice, that causes them to wonder what it is about you that has changed so dramatically. You no longer seek validation from others because you have found something far more valuable within yourself. You have discovered your own truth, your own light, your own worth. You simply exist in your truth now, unapologetically and authentically. You are no longer performing for an audience or trying to become what others expect you to be. Instead, you are fully embodying who you truly are, and that authenticity is magnetic in ways you may not even realize. Your energy has shifted so completely that it has become impossible to ignore. People are beginning to notice this transformation. Eyes are on you now, far more than you may be aware of, watching from near and far, observing the changes that have taken place within you and around you. Most of these observers can clearly see that you are not the same person you once were. The transformation is undeniable and striking. You have evolved in ways that go beyond the physical or superficial. This is a soul-level evolution, a complete metamorphosis of your being, your consciousness, and your energy. You have shed old skins, released outdated versions of yourself, and stepped into a new reality that aligns with who you are meant to be. The glow that you now carry is not just external beauty or physical wellness. It is the radiance of someone who has done the inner work, someone who has faced their shadows, healed their wounds, and emerged stronger, wiser, and more aligned with their highest self. Many of those who once underestimated you or completely overlooked your presence are now silently watching from a distance. They see the strength you have cultivated through your trials and tribulations. They witness the glow you now carry, that luminous quality that comes from inner peace and self-love. They are both in awe and in disbelief at what you have become. Some are genuinely happy for your growth, while others are struggling with their own feelings of inadequacy and regret as they compare themselves to the person you have become. Though they may never say it out loud, though they may never find the courage to express it directly to you, admiration lingers in their hearts. This is especially true for one person in particular, someone who holds a very special place in your story. Your person, the one who knew you in a different chapter of your life, is now sitting with a heavy heart, consumed by deep regret that grows heavier with each passing day. They remember a version of you who was open, giving, and endlessly patient. They remember someone who loved with sincerity and purity, someone who gave without expecting anything in return, someone who believed in the power of love and connection. But they did not meet that love with the care it deserved. They did not honor your vulnerability. They did not appreciate the gift they were being offered. They took you for granted, assuming you would always be there, always waiting, always willing to give them another chance. This person is now wishing desperately that they could turn back the clock and relive those precious moments they once took for granted. If they could go back in time with the awareness they have now, if they could redo those conversations, those decisions, those moments when they chose distance over connection, they would do everything differently. They finally see what they had, and more importantly, what they lost. The weight of this realization is crushing them slowly. But life does not move backward. Time flows only in one direction, and the past remains forever out of reach. You have made a conscious decision not to linger in what was. You have chosen to release the need to go back, to fix, to convince, or to wait for someone to finally see your value. You have outgrown the cycles that once held you back, the patterns that kept you stuck in situations that did not serve your highest good. The life you are building now is more aligned with who you truly are at your core. It reflects your values, your dreams, your authentic desires. You have outpaced the chaos that once surrounded you, the confusion that clouded your judgment, and the people who could not or would not meet you where you were. You have entered a new era of your existence, one where peace is not a luxury that you occasionally experience but a non-negotiable foundation upon which everything else is built. You no longer chase closure or demand explanations from those who were never able to give you what you needed. You have learned to accept what is, to release what was, and to trust completely in what will be. This level of surrender and faith is a sign of true spiritual maturity. The universe has been watching you through it all, through every tear you cried in private, through every moment you questioned whether you would survive the pain, through every instance when you had to choose yourself even when it felt impossibly difficult. In your darkest moments, the divine stood silently by your side, observing your strength, your growth, your quiet resilience, and your unwavering faith even when everything seemed to be falling apart. Now, the higher realms applaud you. The angels, the ancestors, the divine forces that govern this universe recognize your courage and your commitment to your own evolution. The blessings you are receiving right now, or are about to receive in the very near future, are not random occurrences or mere coincidences. They are a divine response to your courage, your patience, your faith, and your decision to choose yourself over and over again, even when it would have been easier to settle, to stay, to accept less than you deserved. You were once vulnerable with this person who now watches you from afar. You opened your heart completely. You told them how you felt without hiding or protecting yourself. You gave them every chance to show up, to meet you halfway, to reciprocate the love and care you were so freely offering. But they hesitated. They were slow to respond to your emotional honesty. They held back when you needed them to step forward. Perhaps they did not believe you would ever actually walk away. Perhaps they did not believe you could thrive without them. Perhaps they thought they had all the time in the world to figure things out while you waited patiently in the background. But you did walk away. You did thrive. You proved to yourself and to the universe that you were capable of so much more than anyone gave you credit for. When silence replaced the clarity you deserved, when distance replaced the effort you needed to feel secure, you made the powerful decision to take back your power. You stopped waiting for them to wake up and recognize your worth. You stopped hoping they would suddenly transform into the partner you needed them to be. Instead, you redirected your energy inward, planting seeds for a future where your peace would no longer be compromised by anyone or anything. You chose to invest in yourself, to nurture your own growth, to build a life that felt good from the inside out. Now, that same person finds themselves trapped in a loop of constant thought about you. You live in their mind rent-free, not just in fleeting memories that come and go, but in persistent, vivid reflections that haunt them day and night. It is exhausting for them. They think about what they should have done differently, what they could say now if given the chance, how they might find their way back to you, how they could prove that they have changed and grown. But each thought leads them to the same insurmountable wall. They cannot reach you, not in the way they once could. Your energy is different now, transformed, elevated, protected. You are no longer emotionally accessible to them, and they feel this shift deeply in their soul. This emotional distance that you have created has served as a profound wake-up call for them. Your boundaries, which are firm, healthy, and unwavering, have become a mirror that reflects everything they ignored or avoided when they had the chance to show up differently. It is humbling for them to see their own failings reflected back at them through your absence. They now understand, perhaps for the first time, the depth of your loyalty, the sincerity of your intentions, and the immeasurable value of your presence in their life. In your absence, they have come to see you clearly for who you truly are. You are not just someone they once knew or someone they used to spend time with. You have become the standard they now compare everyone else to. No one else measures up to what you brought into their life. You are, in their eyes, the ideal woman, the one who got away. You are strong, grounded, trustworthy, and completely irreplaceable. But despite their recognition of all these qualities, despite their newfound appreciation for everything you are no longer in a place where you are waiting to be seen or validated by them. You see yourself now, fully and clearly. You know what you bring to the table. You understand your own value in ways you never did before. You have built a life that feels good on the inside, not just one that looks impressive on the outside. You are no longer concerned with appearances or what others think. You are focused on what truly matters, on what brings you genuine peace and fulfillment. And while your heart is still open to love, still capable of deep connection and intimacy, it is no longer open to half-effort, confusion, inconsistency, or people who cannot match your energy. You have learned to love from a place of wholeness rather than lack. You no longer seek someone to complete you because you have learned to complete yourself. And that shift, more than anything else, has changed everything about your life and your relationships. You are not looking back because there is no need to anymore. The past has served its purpose. It has taught you what you needed to learn. It has shown you what you will no longer tolerate and what you truly deserve. The path ahead is clear, and it is leading you somewhere beautiful, somewhere aligned with your highest destiny. The universe is still guiding you with infinite wisdom and love, still holding you in divine protection, surrounding you with angels and ancestors who celebrate your courage and your growth. And though some may watch you in silence, filled with regret and longing, wishing they could undo their mistakes and have another chance with you, you continue to move forward with grace and dignity. You move knowing in your heart that everything you let go of, every person you released, every situation you walked away from, made space for everything you now deserve and everything that is currently making its way to you. Your transformation is complete, and your new chapter has begun. You are ready for the love, the abundance, the peace, and the joy that have been waiting for you all along.